Hello, there's so much to update on Palantir and why this may be the last few days we see it around the $20 levels. Today we're going to look at the big recent news, the latest confirmed contracts, ARK Invest continuing to buy, any risks moving forward, the price action and my price prediction short and long term moving forwards into 2021. Stick around. Simple. For those of you new to the channel, I am the Simple Trader. I share with you explosive growth stocks that I am buying, looking to buy, already have sitting in my freedom portfolio. I am not a financial advisor, so please understand this is for entertainment only. No more plugging. Let's start drilling. Since my last video where we talked about the fruity short seller that came out and attacked my Palantir, Morgan Stanley joined in and they came out and downgraded the stock from equal weight to underweight, saying that Palantir's valuation has, quote, gotten ahead of itself, end quote.
I'd like to speak for the analyst who seems to stumble across this mess.
Certainly.
The stock reacted to these attacks and dropped to a low of around $22, which to be fair is fairly close to the $20 target that Citron Research put out there. But remember this, they set that target for 2020 and guess what? We're already back up at $29. However, Danielle Shea of Simpler Trading, and to be clear, I have no affiliation whatsoever, backed the stock over 5 to 10 years and says the downgrade was short-sighted.
So I mean, for me, the Morgan Stanley downgrade, this for me is just a little bit short-sighted, honestly. I mean, I'm looking at this as a 5 to 10 year play as far as just buying and holding the stock. This company is a leader in the data analysis space as well as AI. And yes, they have government contracts and they've had those contracts for a while, but they're completely ignoring the fact that this company is expanding into the private space and there are so many applications for this software that they haven't even done yet.
More recently, Credit Suisse joined the bear party on Palantir.
All day long.
They came out and downgraded the stock to underperform, but at the same time raising their target from $13 to $17. They go on to proclaim that they see the stock as trading over 50% above their blue sky scenario. And they further state they believe Palantir offers a unique data analytics platform, but then go on to say they see the risk reward skewed to the downside.
I'm so damn confused.
When I analyze their report on a simple basis, I see discrepancies in what they are trying to say. I mean, they downgrade the stock but upgrade their price target. They also mention that they back the company product, but they say the risk reward is negative. Is it just me, or does this feel like another manipulation move? Great news came out when Palantir announced their live demo day to be held on the 26th of January. This could be huge and will provide an insight into their range of products, services, updates and R&D moving forwards into 2021. Examples of commercial and government work will also be showcased, thus offering a more transparent view into the capabilities of their software platforms. I expect a lot of commercial interest to spark following this and will reap rewards moving forward into 2021. Think of Tesla Battery Day and think of Apple Event Day. Palantir is clearly positioning themselves to succeed and grow exponentially. Since my last video merely a few weeks back, Palantir has seen some significant contract wins. They posted a $44 million contract win with the FDA to provide enterprise data management and analytics solutions for the Center for Drug Evaluation and Research. This is big. Again, once the software becomes synonymous within the FDA, I think it will be there to stay. That's another foothold Palantir now holds for recurrent cash flow. Think about this moving forward, say in 5 to 10 years' time. They also announced they're expanding partnership with the Greek government to support their COVID-19 response in terms of data-driven decision making using the Foundry platform, which can display a holistic overview of the state of the pandemic in real time. The details of the monetary arrangements were, however, undisclosed. A confirmed £23 million or $30 million contract was awarded on the 11th of December with the UK's National Health Service to run its massive health data store for the coming 2 years. This just shows Palantir is not just winning work with the US government, but also actively winning huge contracts with overseas governments. The most recent news came out regarding their Army Vantage partnership, which has been confirmed to execute the first option year of its 1 year and 3 option years contract. 1 option year of the 3 has been exercised for a total price of $113.8 million. This is huge and shows that the product and service provided by Palantir has extreme value and credence. I believe the remaining 2 option years are pretty much a certainty for execution in the future. This is huge news and also ignited the stock up over 9% back to $28.
No, I'm just getting warmed up.
Now, aside from these headline news, I continue to speculate, and so I have done some hardcore drilling and found that there could be some serious potential contracts in play. When doing a job market search, I found Alliance, a huge financial company, hiring staff with requirements of Palantir Foundry knowledge. I see Swiss Re, who are one of the world's leading providers of reinsurance and insurance, hiring a Stargate application manager. They go on to note that Stargate is a sophisticated large data integration and analytics ecosystem which is built on top of Palantir Foundry. So Palantir are clearly going to be a big player in the financial industries. I also found various other companies like United Airlines and US government departments recruiting staff with the same Palantir Foundry experience requirements. I think there must be some serious contracts on the table that are either being negotiated right now or are remaining confidential for now, but I certainly see the software growing on all fronts, which makes me extremely bullish long term. What about ARK Invest? Well, ARK Invest's ARKW portfolio is continuing to load up. Whether it's green or red, it just seems ARK just doesn't care. Look at this, they loaded up big. Over 1 million shares. They have slowly accumulated a further 250,000 shares. Now, it is currently sitting at the 51st position on the ARKW with a weighting of only 0.69. Aside from further short attacks and analyst downgrades, I see a potential risk incoming in the form of the lockout period expiration. Now, according to Business Wire, the lockup period is expected to continue until the start of the 3rd trading day following the date of public disclosure of Palantir's financial results for the year ending December 31st. Basically, the lockup period on the remaining 80% of insider shares is in effect right now and will end on the 3rd trading day, say after the next earnings call, which should take place in January or February, meaning the potential additional selling pressures still have a few months to go, and it neatly coincides with the earnings call, which may go to offset or even pump up the stock even more should some insiders decide not to be selling their shares. Let's take a look at the price action chart. We can see an all-time high of $33.50 reached on the trading day of 27th of November. That was until the Citron research report came out, which pulled the stock straight back down to $27 at the close. Clearly, there was a lot of panic selling, or this was a coordinated selling after the short attack. Then we saw 2 more days of pullbacks. I managed to buy in more shares at the $24 range as I did not expect it to crash any further. That was until a sharp drop to $22.50 on the 2nd of December, which was sparked by Morgan I missed the boat Stanley's downgrade. Then we have a huge rally in the stock upon news of the FDA contract award, and it managed to break through the $30 mark again before pulling back. Now, on the 18th of December, we have Credit Suisse joining the bear brigade and downgrading the stock, which saw it drop only by 4%. Then, on the 21st, we see a massive rally sparked by the $113 million contract with the US Army. I see the last 2 weeks as being in a consolidation zone, with the support level now being confirmed at the $25 mark, and the overall trend being upwards. I see the stock further rallying to close out 2020 in style. My price prediction on Palantir is it will hit $30 and break through this mark leading up to the live demo day in January. If the stock stabilizes and goes further up to around the $35 mark, then I think we have seen the end of sub $25. Now, post live demo day, I think the stock could surge up to $40 before pulling back as some insiders look to cash out following the expiration of the lockout period. For my 12 months price forecast, I think Palantir could explode to around $60, representing a 2x return on current price, and that's based on what I can see as further expansion into the commercial sectors and winning more contracts with government departments both in the US and the rest of the world. Now, if you haven't seen my previous deep drill into Palantir and don't really know what they offer or provide, then I strongly suggest you take a look if you plan to get into this stock, especially long term. In that video, I give my 5-year price prediction, which has Palantir at $500 per share. This may seem utterly ridiculous to you right now, and trust me, I've taken a lot of heat, but hear me out. In the simplest terms, I get to this figure by taking an average compounded stock price growth rate of around 70% a year. But it's not as simple as that, and of course, it will fluctuate between months and between years. I mean, it's gone up close to 200% in less than 3 months since IPO, so I also base this on many other factors. I see Palantir as the leader in its field, just like Tesla is in electric vehicles, and like Tesla, the price to earnings ratios look pretty similar in trend. Unlike Tesla though, I generally can't see any competition on the same level playing field currently speaking. I see huge growth potential in the commercial sector for Palantir and continued dominance in the government field. I see big data analytics as the new currency in terms of what businesses will be looking to optimize in the coming 5 years. That's to stay competitive and to increase profitability. If Palantir can trickle down their platforms down to mid-sized enterprises, and I do see this happening, then this opens the door for immense growth potential. I only see governments continuing to expand the need for Gotham services moving forward, and in this regard, to me, it's beginning to feel a bit like a monopoly. It is also very comforting as an investor to know that the company has close to $2 billion in cash, and thus we are probably not going to be seeing any liquidation anytime soon. I see continued stimulus going into at least mid-2021. This devaluation of cash should, in my view, continue to push up stock prices. Palantir for me also qualifies as a recession and pandemic proof company based on their business model. For me, this adds another layer of insurance for my investment going forward. Then I see the management, including Alex Karp and PayPal mafia man Peter Thiel, as huge bonuses going forward. I am sticking to this $500 prediction as I'm seeing only more and more bullish signs incoming.
We've got to stay long. Superior. We should increase our position.
Thank you for watching, and remember that I do have a position in Palantir, so do take this analysis with precaution. Do your own due diligence and speak to a professional before you look to invest any of your hard-earned money. If you're interested in other huge growth stocks that I have in my Freedom portfolio, please check out my other videos. For more huge growth stock picks, analysis and updates, please stay tuned and consider subscribing to my channel so you get the information first. I am the Simple Trader and will simply see you next time.